Wait. um. This is funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hi y'all. This is Ollie, and I am gonna be working in Canva today. I have a document that I'm working on. These are all kinds of things I've been working on. I guess we'll just create a new one. All right. So in order to create a new document in Canva, once you're logged in, click the create new button. Okay. And then so I want to make essentially some Pinterest ads, but I'm also going to reincorporate them and make them into some YouTube shorts for you guys later. So I'm going to select the Pinterest size. It's kind of the wrong size, I'm realizing it. But we've been using the Pinterest size this week. We're going to stick with it. Pinterest size this week. We can resize them later. And then, so what I want to work on today are these word arts that I have hanging around the house. I've been wanting to sell them. We made them some years ago. Things have gotten crazy. So the first thing is you have to take some listing photos. So I have taken one photo of each of these, and we're gonna spruce it up a tiny bit. I'm not super great at this, but it's still fun. And then I can put it on my Kofi website, and then maybe someone like you could buy it if you think that like these word arts are funny for you. Okay, so what I did is I put this on my stove. I have a stove topper, and then that's the purple on the stove to cover up the bottom, and that way it looks kind of pretty. And then you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9.5 inches long, and a little bit shorter than that, probably about 7 inches maybe in height. And then when I hang these up, I just use sticky tack. I have a couple of them hung up. I have one above the litter box. It says, "Alexa, clean the litter box." Turns out I'm the Alexa in that situation. Anyways, so I added my image and I expanded it to fit the size we need. And now to fix this sort of white stuff in the background, you can click on the background and then click on the color wheel. And then the colors pop up. And normally I just pick a color that matches the background of the photo colors. And then it blends in pretty nicely. I've been like to use these frames lately, this frame. I think it's pretty. Right, okay, so like that, yeah, okay. And then the thing that I've learned, it's often about layers. So to get some designs or shapes that you like, it's about the layers. I want to make this a little bit brighter. Kind of like it more green. Do you think it should be pink? I think it should be pink. Why did that take so long to figure out? Kind of matches the ruler color. Okay, great. And then we're gonna do white text. And I'm just gonna have it copy my Kofi page. At this point, if you're not putting your links on everything, you're doing yourself a disservice. Alright, it's too much. Alright, so if you just hit paste, it will change those words to an active link you could click without changing the words, which could be a neat feature, but it's not the feature I want. I want to specifically have this website here in plain view for everyone to see. For exposure, you gotta expose yourself. And like I said, I think we're gonna do white or hit it with that gray. What do you think? All right, cool. And then we put like this. That's what it is, what we're selling, how we're gonna list it. And copy and paste, I think. Well, that's what I did, but rearrange a couple of things here. All right, so I think that's pretty cute. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a copy. So now we have two that are like the same. We're gonna change a couple of things. We're gonna make this B. We're gonna send this one to the back just for now. And we're gonna get rid of that and then add a new one. Second one here. I found your nose, but it wasn't my business. Do you have a friend that always has their nose in your business? And then we can go like this, layer to the front. And look at that. Now, great. Copy. Yeah. All right, so check it out. I'm just vibing with this music in the back. How are you guys doing? Oh, is there... a delay? I'm watching the live screen right now. I guess I got a little sidetracked. Oh, I was watching like the past. All right, so that's cool. We're learning new things every day, guys. Great. I found your nose, but it wasn't my business. And we're gonna change this to the third. Oops. Undo. To the third one here. Rotate it. Canva is so easy. It's like user friendly as can be. It's very drag and drop. I think they probably get better every year. I've been using Canva on and off for a handful of years, and this is how good I am. The problem is, you know, I haven't done too much with it. I need to do more. So, every day. All right, great. This is a pro tip. If you right click and you hit layers, then you can hit show layers. This is something that other design platforms have, is they always have the layers open, but presently Canva just kind of keeps the layers in a secret, and it really does make reshuffling your design so much easier if you use the layers panel. if you have a couple of different things going on. And so like whatever is on top, okay, is gonna be on top. So in this instance, I just moved the frame down to the bottom, and you can see that the picture goes across the frame on the right and the left. It's not really the look we're going for. I think the frame kind of pulls it all together, and you can see what you're really looking at. But I'm just a lady, you know? This is, you know, whatever. Alright, so anyways, we learned about the layers bar, so that is nice, and we're gonna keep going. We have a bunch of these to do. I hope you don't mind the tunes in the background. It's CC0, which means it's copyright free. I think I got this song from YouTube. Anyways, I think part of the thing that's so friction in doing this sort of like online thing is that there's a lot of things you have to be aware about, you know. Like if you use the wrong music, then that's a problem, but then where do you get music from? And then like what icons are you allowed to use or like not allowed to use? I don't know if that makes sense, but like there's kind of a bunch of red tape out here. And so while it could be, sorry, I guess I can't like talk and do this at the same time. There's just a lot of red tape, so you got to figure out how to work around your red tape, do some research. You know, basically, we don't want to fight for our limitations, we want to grow. So like, let's break out of that egg and let's grow. What we're looking at here is like framing cardstock, like picture frames. I don't know what it's called anymore, I forgot. And then use our Cricut and a marker that comes with like that you buy with the Cricut, and wrote these designs here on that stationery. It's not really stationery, but it's like cardstock. Anyways, so in this season of life, we're not fighting for our limitations, we're keeping on, and oh, sweet. So help support us as we don't fight for our limitations. Alright, so upload. I think this is the yellow version of the same thing. Cool. Layer to the front. That's fine. And then this color we want to change to like match that purple. Check it out, it's pretty neat, right? So some of these features are super dope. I need to change another color as well. Brighter pink, it matches better. And then here we go. So I just used sticky tack to hang these on my wall. I don't know what, like, am I not supposed to say sticky tack? Is it like a license phrase? I don't know. But you know, the stuff you stick and tack things to your wall with that essentially causes no damage. And luckily, you know, I don't have to worry about that. We're gonna go from the left to the right, okay. But I mean, that's really the best way to hang them anyways, unless you want to put it in a frame. That's too big. Alright, and then... Alright. Cool beans, broski. Show these layers, and we're gonna rock this up here. And change this color. Yeah, okay, and then we can talk about these layers again. Did we just do this? We probably... That one's better. Alright, we gotta do the background color. Okay, I guess that's it. Change this to E. No, undo that. If you click on the layer, no. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. There. All right, great. And now, duplicate. F, got it. Second one. I only have one of each of these. That's the other thing, is that this is kind of a little ridiculous considering I don't really have like stock, but I mean essentially I could take orders if you are into that and you want something to say something. I don't know if it would be this exact format. But anyways, it's an idea. Boop. Boop. That's really what they want to match it with. That one I think is better. No? No? Ugh. None of these colors are great. That one's okay. And then... getting lost. Wait, what was that? That was pretty good. Ah, this one's pretty good. Alright, cool beans. EF. Great. And we're gonna duplicate this. Check it out. A live stream, 20 minutes, 0 viewers. That's cool. But you know what? This is just practice, and so we're gonna keep on keeping on. And I gotta make this, and so why not make you hang out with me? Okay. So next. Cool. Oh wait, did we do that? That's nurse. Alright, cool. Superpower. What is your superpower? If you make it this far in a future viewing, can you tell me what your superpower is? Is your superpower hanging out with me? That's a pretty cool superpower. Bring to front. Alright, so because then after this, when I download these images, I'm gonna put these on my Kofi page for sale. And afterwards, I'll drop the link in the description if you're interested. I know this is like not traditional e-commerce exactly. But anyways, you know, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Right, send to the back. And Alexa, clean the bathroom. Are you Alexa? Raise your hand if you're Alexa. I don't mean like that your name is actually Alexa, but in this situation, you would in fact end up being Alexa to clean out the bathroom. We are all Alexa. We are all Alexa. I am Alexa. But not for real. Not for real. Alright, that's alright. It's an okay color. Let's have a brighter color. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Sweet. Alright. Make a copy. See, Canva is just such an ease to work with. Alright, send to back. Get rid of this. Go here to I. And then we have another variation of Alexa, clean the bathroom. Alexa, clean the bathroom. This one's a little bit smaller though. The yellow ones are a little bit smaller. But it looks like this picture wasn't the best one. But here we are. Bright. Sweet. Next color. Bright. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Cool. Next. Today happens, nope, today only happens once. Make it amazing. Hey, that's pretty good. Don't you think that's pretty good? Alright, so how are you making today amazing? I am having an amazing fun time hanging out here with the ether of the internet, chilling with my homies, the ether and the internet. Let's see. That's kind of okay. Alright. Nice. Nice. Next. Alright. I don't know if this is a real quote or not. It seems like a little too verbose for me to believe, you know, like it's a real quote or anything. I gotta change the background color though first. I'll read it to you in a second. Nice, that one's better. Alright. I just don't imagine Einstein saying things like because. I feel like he would maybe have some more sophisticated way to explain something other than to say because. So anyways, this word art, it says imagination is more powerful than knowledge because knowledge is what imagination is what could be. All right, so knowledge is what is and imagination is what could be. But I'm not sure that because bit is in there. I think maybe someone paraphrased it and smushed it together. Whatever. To the victor wins history. The victor wins history, right? To the victor goes the history. JKL. La 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 la. I got to talk to a professional NHL team today, and I feel like in a way it helped me move mountains. So NFL team apparently comes to the schools around the area and does whatever NFL team does. In this instance, they're doing like football drills with the school. It's cute, la la, whatever. Great. I don't have a problem with that. But the waiver, the waiver they wanted me to sign would release my child's rights for photography, for likeness, for this, for that, and perpetuity for forever. That they would have the license and the ownership to that. And I just think that in this time that we're living in, those things matter to JKLM a lot more now than they did before. You know, it's not like they're just gonna post a picture in the local newspaper for what's up. It's like yeah. You know, they're gonna put it on the internet, and then my kid will be everywhere, and then like Palantir will have access to his facial recognition, and I don't want that outside of the flock cameras, and I don't even consent to the flock cameras. We're just sort of like at the mercy of the surveillance state, and no one consented to that. And I think, you know, it's counterintuitive to this American dream that we were sold, you know. And so done the thing. And so anyways, what I did is I called the NFL team and I got a human. I called the NFL team and I got a human. And then I said, talk to one lady, and she goes, oh, yeah. I said, I'm sorry, I'm a parent, and I don't know really how to get to where I need to do, or if you could help me. And I understand, like, you didn't set up this event. And I explained this whole thing and kind of aired out my grievances against this, like, waiver thing. And I said, but my child should still participate. You know, if I don't want to sign your, like, billion-year contract for images, ownership of my child, we should still be able to participate. I mean, it's like, why would you be taking pictures at an elementary school? What? No way. And so then I got transferred to somebody and somebody else. And then finally, I left a message and I didn't know what to expect. It's kind of last minute. Everything is like happening on the fly. And you know freaking what? The NFL guy calls me back. And he says, yeah, your kid can totally participate. There's no photography gonna happen there anyways. I understand that you marked up the waiver, but your kid can totally still participate. I saved the day. Somehow I managed to save the day. And my kid probably has no idea that there was a mountain to move between him doing what he wanted to do today, my pillars of like integrity and our values, and not trying to give up our likeness to Palantir. And so that was cool. And now, just like that, we've already finished all of these word arts. Okay, so let's read them. All right, let's read them. Common sense is not often common practice. I found your nose. It was in my business. Relax. We're all crazy. It's not a competition. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them in yellow. There's a big difference between stupid and crazy. I'm a nurse. What's your superpower? Common sense is my superpower. What's your superpower? Alexa, clean the bathroom. Alexa, clean the bathroom. Today only happens once. Make it amazing. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge because knowledge is what is. Imagination is what could be. Einstein. I am not qualified to diagnose you, but I do have some theories. Alexa, skip to Friday. Your brain is like a supercomputer, and your self-talk is the program it will run. Alexa, skip to Friday. And there you have it. I've made these images for my product to sell. And so what I'm gonna do is do word art images, and it's gonna download to my download file. What I would really like to do is map this to like my external hard drive, but whatever, here we are, just doing the best we can, right? We all have our thingamabobs. All right, so let's open this. I'm using the other screen, so BRB, I'm getting organized here. It gave me a zip file, so I have to unzip the file, and I have to copy the images, and then I have to put them somewhere. All right. Great. All right. We're doing good. We're doing great, you guys. All right. Perfect. Framing. What is that called? No. Framing map boards. Yeah, it's a map board, you guys. Alright, it's on a map board. Or map board with one T. Alright, map board for frame. Great. Okay, so that's what all this is. Alright, so we're gonna do this only IJKLMNO. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So Kofi is so super duper duper easy. Let's check it out. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a listing on my Kofi shop where then you could purchase any of these things that I have. So I have all these diamond art stickers that I have, and these keychains that I made with the mustard seeds in them, a digital print you can have of one of my acrylic paintings. It's talking about like paving the road to yes in your path, even if all you're getting are bricks that say no on them. It doesn't matter, do it anyways. We got some keychains that have the mustard seeds in them. These ones are phone charms up above. Then I have some wire wrap jewelry that I've done in the past. It's some chakra themed bracelets with lava stones and the Hazma sign and the diamond painting that I did. It took way too many hours, but I completed it. So it's like a brain exercise. It's available for sale, the original one. So anyways, now we're gonna list these cuties. Alright, so now what we're selling is word art on mat board. And we are selling a physical item. Alright. A fun variety of word art drawn onto sturdy mat board. I missed an A in there. B-O-A-R-D. Okay. Dimensions approximately. $7 inches tall by 9.25 inches long. A mat board. Alright, so that's like cool beans. Select which phrase you like the best. Limited quantity. Alright. Oh. I think we're gonna end up doubling up our listings. Maybe? Hold on. Look, I just realized also something. A couple of these are dupes. This Alexa skip to Friday. I have 2. So I don't need that one. So we'll go to in. That's like the only one. That's alright. It's alright, we might keep it anyways. Literally, this did nothing. It's just thinking out loud. Alright, now we're gonna add our images. And we're gonna go to word art now that I'm organized. I'm gonna put all 16 up there. And also, we're gonna create a new YouTube short. Maybe? Right. Check out this real quick. I just wanted to make sure that my Canva shorts were in fact going to shorts. So they are. So here we are. We got our YouTube shorts, and now we're gonna have to upload all of these new ones. And we're gonna go over here. And we're gonna sell these. Really, I mean, you guys have to pay for shipping, so that's not my most favorite thing. But they still have like a decent value. We're gonna sell them for $15. And then we have so many options. So we're gonna have to probably do 2 listings. So 15 is the maximum. And I think we said like 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well then, maybe we'll see how it goes. 16, including that. Alright. So now we're gonna go like this. Now we're at 15. A, B, C. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Nope. This is why we put the lettering on them. Maybe we only have to do 1 listing. Alright, we will see here. If you buy more than 1 thing, you only have to pay for shipping once. They won't make additional shipping, and that is a feature you can do in Kofi, which is nice. I'll show you that in a second. It's funny how it changes the numbers though, so you gotta watch out. Right now, I'm only shipping in the United States, but if there's some international folks who are interested, then it would be so dope to ship to you if you just reach out to me, maybe on YouTube. Let me know. We can sort that out. Right. And then we need this. -1. What? So, anyways, something's wrong. That is what's wrong, folks. All right. Alright, we're gonna do it this way. Okay. Okay. That's how we're fixing that one. This is true. Alright. Post. Oh yeah, summary. We're gonna copy this. Same. Great. Great, 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 great. That link is gonna be handy for like this video subscription. Alright, so I posted my link in the chat. I don't know. I don't know if that's cool or not, but I did. And so now I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm so annoyed with myself. Ugh. Alright, whatever. Okay. Alright, so these are all mixed up now. I shouldn't say that. I'm just thinking out loud, don't mind me. Alright, here, yellow. Because they made a Dumbo thing. That is locked to this. Can I lock it? Lock it here. Lock it. Lock it. Lock it. Can't move it. Alright. Alright. Alright, great. Let's do this one. Do white. We're gonna lock it. Great. Great, 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 great. Alright. Alright. So then it's 5 seconds. It's too long. I wish. So the thing is, when I'm making the shorts, you almost want these segments to be too short for people to read the first go around. Too quick for the screen to pass by. And then that is a way that you can get rewatch time. Don't want to add anything, thanks. Which is cool when your videos are like 100+% watched. I get a couple, very few, but a couple. Alright, so now that okay, now we're gonna copy all of these. Paste them all. We're gonna paste them all. And I'm literally making a mess of this, but that's alright. Alright, they're not in any order. Oh, snap-a-doodles. Alright, whatever. Nope, wrong button. gonna get rid of this because y'all are smart enough to figure stuff out. You don't need me to handhold you. Alright. And we're gonna find some audio to drop in here. That's free because I'm not paying for Canva presently. This is all with the free Canva. Yeah, cool. What's it? What else? Maybe I'm stuck with like the same song. That's alright. It's alright. Yeah, that's cute. I like it. Cool. And then I like my audio. Nuh-uh. This one's messed up. Maybe it's because it's the short. Undo that. I made a mistake. I be doing that sometimes. I need to find that. Oh. Alright. Let's see if I can just hit my arrows. Undo that. Oh, but you know what? And O just doesn't belong because we don't have that many on our listing. And we're doing 2 M's. So we're just doing it. This is the good enough, y'all. I once worked for an attorney and I didn't understand it at the time, but he said that his philosophy for graduating law school was a C equals JD, which means as long as you did C or better in your class, you could graduate with your Juris Doctorate. And like, some part of me wants to be the overachiever, especially, you know, my young school age, when I was, you know, college age. But I don't want to be that much of an overachiever anymore. So maybe he's right. Maybe a C does equal JD. Alright, so we're going to do this. Word, art, vid. Alright. And we're going to download this also. La 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 la. I need to get a better Kofi thing. It's not that pretty. Downloads. What do you mean? Download. Download. Ha! Here you are. Okay, so I'm going to edit this. It's so easy to edit, you know? They have definitely removed a lot of friction. Alright, save. Alright, so then we're gonna copy this. We're gonna go to YouTube. We're gonna make it short, right quick. We'll drop it right now. Also cuts. And I think this is part of the Digital Tycoon Obby series, because really, if you don't know how to use these digital design softwares, you're not doing a Digital Tycoon. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to here. And Canva. Alright, sweet. It should not be in Canva. It should be something else, but that's alright. We'll paste this here. Do we have that? No. Copy this. Paste this. Alright. Hashtag Ollies-Obbies. Showing up. Hashtag word art. Hang on your wall in a frame, or simply use sticky tack. Hashtag bad art. Alright, cool. So we're gonna do this. And technically, it's not like made for kids. Alright, just do like this. And we're just gonna publish it. Presto. Right meow. Right meow! Alright, so there's that YouTube link, which I'm also gonna take, and I'm gonna put it in this listing. So I'm gonna edit this listing again, and I'm going to embed this URL link. I'm also going to copy our link to this page. And I'm gonna edit this and say support Ollie here. And also maybe just have a link to the shop or to my page, because it's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. It's so cute. Alright, cool. And remember guys, this S here, it means that it's safe. S for safety. Do not click on links that don't have the S. Alright. Cool. Cool. So then the only other thing that I would do with all of this is slap this in Pinterest. Really quick. I would slap this in Pinterest. And we're going to copy everything and drop it in Pinterest. I know that there's like a better way to use Pinterest, but currently this is what I got. Alright, It helps keep me organized. Alright, cool. And we're gonna call it word art on map board. Alright, great. And then so right here, yeah. Alright, and then so we're gonna also, oh, canva, no, this is word art contents. I don't know, what is this? Oh, because it's on the YouTube side. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. Sorry guys, I am reorganizing some files in live time. Alright. What I want to do here, let's go over to Kofi and get my word art. Oh, you can only upload 10 at a time. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Alright, and then we'll do this list. Alright. And now we're gonna do a lot of copy and paste. And if you have any ideas, let me know. Okay, super fun for me. I hope you're having a fun time. You know what? I can go ahead and drop my pin in the comments also, just for funsies. And this is my mom's Etsy. Well, sort of. I run it, I think. I run it. Here we go. And we'll drop that down for you. And just for fun, right? Okay. Is that what I want? No, I just want. Oh, Michelle. Okay, cool. Beans. Alright, so go back to Pinterest. Take this. Some of this is obviously pretty repetitive. It's not like super glamorous. Don't worry, I'm gonna have some more Animal Crossing for you coming up. Alright, next Did you notice that on the YouTube video, the edges of the frame are not pictured because I was technically using the wrong size? The Instagram frame and the YouTube short frame are not exactly the same width. The YouTube is a bit more narrow. So I did notice that at the start of the design, and it's interesting to see, you know, it did work out. It's alright, but normally I don't use Canva to make my videos. Normally I use a different software, but it's just sometimes so easy to just pop in up here at the link, you know, so that's where we went. Do we think the tags matter? What tags would you put if this were your product? Would you even put this product out? Like, it's cool, bro. It's cool. You gotta make something. This is at least something. Okay, cool. We're getting there, and then we can publish a bunch of these, and then I can update my Notion board, and I mean, probably I could be more organized. I'm just really starting to learn Notion. I like it because I have a lot of like ideas bouncing around in my head on trampolines and ping pong balls. So it helps like make a path through all the ideas. Alright, cool. Alright. We all start off with zero live audience, maybe. It's alright. It's just part of the process. And I got to configure a couple of things today, and that is great. Alright, so then we'll publish. And then we'll publish. It's gonna keep on publishing. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so apparently this is the back end of YouTube. That's pretty neat. We still have no one hanging out, but that's okay. Alright, so I gotta do a couple more things on Pinterest. I hang out with you. YouTube can be my body double, I guess. And then this blog that I wrote. Here. Someone I heard, there's a lot of YouTube people talking about how to make money on the YouTubes, right? And a lot of people, you know, post, which is cool. And then they talk about not necessarily posting fatigue, but alternatively, like, they feel like they're bombarding the internet too much with their posts. And the takeaway is that people only see maybe 1/3 of what you put out there. So why worry about it? Why not just flood it anyways? Alright. So you're gonna think about a description for the blog, right? So the blog, I'm just talking about myself. How I don't love wearing makeup and how I don't love like putting heat treatment in my hair, and I find that if I don't look kept, then society doesn't like me that much. But you know, I'm not gonna harm my body to have anti-frizz hair. You know, we just keep putting all these chemicals on our body, and we think it's cool. I don't know, whatever. Like, yeah, it's cute to be pretty, and sometimes I do, but mostly I just want to exist as I do naturally. I don't want to be pressured to like put on mascara or, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And alternatively, I don't know if I put this in there or not, but it's like I have to mask and I have to do these things if I want to, you know, to step it up or to achieve the next thing, you know. So what is the next thing that I'm going to achieve? What do you think my goal should be? What next thing do you think I should achieve? I've done some cool stuff, and here I am. All right, so that was a lot of like blah blah blah. All right, so blog. So we're gonna put on all of these. Not this creative board. Alright, cute. Now then show me that board. Alright. So what is our description? Contemplate with me the struggles of modern life as it relates to a kept appearance. maybe we can force ourselves to look prep and kept, but in exchange for what? It's just dress up after all. You may as well embrace it. Alright, cool. I mean, I think that's okay. Do I have a misspelling? Alright. That is cute. And go like this. And then... Alright, whatever. Blog. Yeah, we'll just add that one tag. Not showing me all words, but that's alright. Alright, let's keep going. Don't let this train get derailed. Do you think I'm being too silly when it comes to like feeling some way about big makeup industry? I mean, guys have their own thing, you know, like some guys really want to have beards and they'll never know what their beards look like because they have these employments that say that, you know, if you want to have a job, you can't like express as your full human form. Okay, well, that is weird. Like, what? So, you know, it's the same, you know, so why do, like, am I going to be taken more seriously if I have lipstick on? Probably. But also, it's like, really, lipstick is a tease, and makeup is a tease, and so, really, you know, you want women to dress up and play dolls for you, and you reward them with like a career or something, but we don't want a career where like sex appeal is the only thing that got us to where we're going, because women are competent, you know, like, duh. And guys tend to are taken more seriously if they have a clean shaven face for whatever reason. I don't really understand that. Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments if you know, like, why are men taken more seriously with a clean shaven face? Is that assumption even true? Is beard culture becoming more accepting? Alright, right, so anyways, it's kind of like the article about vanity that's also like not about vanity. Maybe we'll put, yeah, vanity. Expect. Alright. Alright, I don't know about these frickin' tags, man. It's rare that I come up with a word that is in a tag topic. What does that say about me? Does that say my marketing mind is not good? Or that I'm ahead of the trend? Why can't I just make a tag? Why does it have to be one that's already... And it says, don't worry, people won't see your tags. I want people to see my tags. So if people can't see my tags, and I can't tag exactly what I want, then what is the point of even having tags? I'm hoping that there's something in the back end that really does use us as part of the algorithm. I mean, why do anything if you don't do it for the algorithm? My channel is not going to be algorithm though. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to publish. Blog is not an option. We're going to publish. I made this mask guy also on Canva. Alright, great. So then cool. So, Pinterest. Alright, so I have this line of mustard seed resin keychains and charms, and I super love them. I am obsessed with mustard seed. Alright, cool. Great. What do you mean too dry? Oh. The blog edits were extra for sure. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Notion, to my calendar here. I'm gonna make a note. Links posted. Alright, cool. And now we're just gonna go to town. And what even is this Pinterest? What? Okay. There's so many links. And these ones don't even matter. But in the effort of being meticulous, this is what we're doing. I'll say that. I'm sorry. I don't like understand why it's being weird. Well, I mean, it's not like being weird so much as like the internet is weird. Okay. Is there a different way? Copy link address. Does that work? Now we know what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, that will work. Alright, we will do that. Moving forward, that will save a lot of time. Anyways, great. They all do go to the same blog, and I mean, in theory, not everyone's gonna see all of these or any of these, or maybe on the board they will see it like at some point. I'm sure it will get like over inundated or something. Maybe not. Maybe like the internet is where it's meant to be over inundated. And at minimum it's effort. At minimum, it is effort. I don't know if there were two of those. Oh, look at that. Let's keep going. Sometimes I don't necessarily love that the links get renamed in this fashion instead of the long format links, because it's not entirely easy to differentiate when all the titles look the same. what are you working on? Are you working on something right now? Are we doing the body doubling thing? That could be super cool. I think I'm making some pretty good progress. It's easy to kind of like feel that you don't do too much when you work on a computer all day, at least for me, because it doesn't look like productivity in the classical sense, I guess. Alright, let's see. These are all my Pinterest links. Great. And I would like to do this. Shareable link. And live. Yeah, what's up? Live, get shareable link. Put that in here. That's funny. And then I posted this link in here. So I'm gonna put that there. Okay, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have fun. I hope maybe you built something on Canva too. If you made something and you published it on the internet, post those links in the comments below. Let's be a community of people growing together. But also, I'll have more Animal Crossing for you later. All right, ciao.